Shabbat Shalom. So, I don't know if you know, but Matovu was fixed by our rabbis as a prayer that you were supposed to say by walking. As you walked into the synagogue, you were supposed to start saying Matovu. Because the rabbis understood that it takes some work to switch our minds and to focus our hearts into this mood of starting a service and preparing ourselves for prayer and recognizing a sacred space. So even though we are sitting, we start our service on page 192, taking the time to recognize this sacred space that surrounds us and that we are creating together. We turn our Sidurim to page 194 as we take a moment to recognize our bodies. We daven silently the prayer for the well-functioning of our bodies. And when you hit the end, you might take a moment to take a deep breath. ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשות.
אמן.
We turn our Sidurim to page 196 for the blessing for our souls.
אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא. אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא. אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה, טהורה היא. אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא. נשמה שנתת בי באור העין. אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי באור העין.
Source of all creation, sovereign of all souls, praise are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher beyado nefesh kol chai, beruach kol basar ish. We turn our Sidurim to page 198 as we prepare to daven the blessings for the daily miracles. We also take a moment to think about the daily miracles of our lives, not necessarily those that our tradition has selected for us, but those that we recognize in our routines.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ma'al mish'arumim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, הנותן ליעף כוח. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המאריך שינה מעיניו דמעה מיפהפך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשני בצלם אלוהים. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשני בת זכורים. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשני ישראל. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, עוזי ישראל בגבורה. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, עוטר ישראל בתפארה. אמן.
Every day we remind ourselves the commitment to engage in the study of the source of our values, in the study of Torah. Please join me for the blessing for Torah study on page 204. We start first in Hebrew and then we continue in English. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. O Adonai, our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths and the mouths of your people Israel, so that we, our descendants, and the descendants of all your people Israel may know you by studying your Torah for its own sake.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamed Torah le'amo Yisrael.
Between pages 206, 207, and 211, you can find short portions for Torah study. I invite you to dedicate to yourself a moment for silent Torah study. We turn our Sidurim to page 212 for the blessing, for the Psukei de Simbra, the verses of praise, in which we undertake the challenge of uplifting our souls. Baruch she'amar baya ha'olam, Baruch oseh v'reishit, Baruch omer ve'oseh, Baruch oseh u'mekayem, Baruch merachem al haaretz, Baruch merachem al havriot, Baruch meshalem sachar tov liryav, Baruch el ha'ar v'kayam lanetzach, Baruch bodeh u'matziv u'shemo. With songs of praise, we extol you and proclaim your sovereignty, for you are the source of life in the universe. One God, life of the universe. Praise and glorious ruler, your name is eternal. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign, who is glorified through praise. Baruch atah Adonai, melech meulal, batish bachod. And we start the Psukei de Simbra in Shabbat on page 214 with Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat.
Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, 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 leyom HaShabbat, yalai, yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Tov le'adon l'Adonai, lezamer לשמך העליון, להגיד בבוקר חסר לך, באמונתך בלילות. עלי אסור ועלי נעבר, עלי היגיון וכינון, עלי אסור ועלי נעבר, עלי היגיון וכינון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, ילאי, 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 ילאי. צדיק אתה יפרח, כארץ בלבנון מסגד, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, עוד ינובון בסביבה, ושמים רעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורים אלוהיו לטהרות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, יאללה, 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 יאללה.
Hallelujah. Those who dwell in your house, Ashrei Yoshbei Veitecha Od Yalelucha Sela. We are at the top of page 215.
אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד יהללוך סלה, אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד יהללוך סלה, אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו. אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
Between pages 215 and 216, you can continue with the traditional reading of Ashrei, or alternatively, I invite you to take a moment to close your eyes and to think about what brings joy to your life. We are at the bottom of page 216.
תהילת אדוני ידבר פי ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם, לעולם ועד.
אנחנו נברך ידבר פי ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם, לעולם ועד. אנחנו נברך מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה, נברך מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה, הללויה.
Page 218. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Hallelujah,
El beit kodsho,
Hallelujah,
Birkiyah uzot,
Hallelujah,
Bigburotav,
Hallelujah,
Mirov todot,
Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah,
Beth Tikvah shofar,
Hallelujah,
Benev vechinot,
Hallelujah,
Betov umachot,
Hallelujah, Bemini Meugal, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah,
Betzirtzalei shema,
Hallelujah, Betzilzele Trua, Hallelujah,
Betzirtzalei shema,
Hallelujah,
Betzirtzalei
Tzelei Kol Anshama Te'aleluya, Alleluia, Kol Anshama Te'aleluya, Alleluia, Kol Anshama Te'aleluya, Alleluia.
Even if our mouths were full of song as the sea, and our tongues full of joy in countless waves, we could never find the words to thank you enough, to thank you adequately, Adonai. We're on page 220 for Irufino.
Ilufinu male shira kayam Urshoneinu rina kamon galav Vesiftoteinu shevach kemechaver akiyah ועינינו מאירות כשמש וכירח. בידינו פרוסות כנשתי שמיים, ורגלינו קלות כאיילות. אין אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו. אין אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך, אדוני אלוהינו אלוהי אמותינו.
On page 222, start with the blessing that concludes the Psukei de Simbra. שוכנת מרום בקדוש שמו, בכתוב רנו צדיקים באדוני, לישרים נאווה תהילה, בפי ישרים תתהלל, ובדברי צדיקים תתברך, ובלשון חסידים תתרומם, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש, ובמקלות רבבות עמך בית ישראל, ורינה את פר שמך מלכנו בכל דור ודור, ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ. ילך נאה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, שירו שבחה הלל ושמרה, עוז ממשלה, נצח גדולה וגבורה, תהילה ותפארת, קדושה ומלכות, ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני
אל מלך גדול ותשבחות, אל ההודעות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך מלכי העולמים.
Page 224.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעמד יפרח ירטב ימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון וחיית כל בית ישראל. ובזמן קריב תאמרו איש מרבה מברך לעולם ולא בעמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמר קדושיו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
ושמחתה ונחמתה לאמירם ועלמה ואמרו אמן. We are on page 226. Please rise as we ask for the gates of prayer to be open before us and within us.
Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy, you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness, you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai! In wisdom, you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for the excellent work of your hands and for the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot.
For the Shema, we start thinking and focusing on the source of a deep love, an everlasting love. At the top of page 230, Hava
Rabba Tanu Adonai Eloheinu V'mlag Yudala V'terra Chamata Aleinu עד למדם חוקי חיים, כן תכוננו את למדנו, רחם, רחם עלינו, ותן בליבנו להבין, להבין ולהשכיל לשמוע, ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות, ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה.
Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. You truly drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praise be you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love. Baruch ata Adonai, abocher be'amo Israel be'ahava.
Amen.
Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
In the middle of page 236.
Adonai said to Moses as follows: Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אמת ביציבה ובחביב בן עולה ודל בטוב ביפה, הדבר עשה עלינו לעולם בהת. We continue with the silent reading over page 238. In great joy, Moshe, Miriam, and Israel responded with song to you, all of them proclaiming, "Who is like you, O God? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai." We are on page 240. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא.
על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ילאי לי 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 ילאי לי לי ילאי לי 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 ילאי לי יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל. די 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 ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We turn our Sidurim to page 242 for Tfilat Amidah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'hanora El Elyon Kamel Chasadim Tovim Ve'konei Hakol Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot U'mevii geula libnei bneihem Leman shemo be'ahava Melech Ozer u'Mashiach u'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Ata Rav Le'Hoshia Mashiv HaRuach u'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Nofim Berofei Chodim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umidom Elach Melech Memit Umekayem Umatzmiach Yeshua ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך.
Melech vador,
לדור ודור,
לדור vador,
לדור ודור נגיד כל לך.
לדור vador,
לדור ודור,
לדור vador,
לדור ודור,
לדור vador נגיד כל לך.
ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך, קדושתך נקדיש, ושמך אלוהינו, מפינו יבוש, לעולם, לעולם באל. לדור ודור,
לדור vador,
לדור ודור,
לדור vador,
לדור ודור נגיד כל לך.
לדור vador,
לדור ודור,
לדור vador,
לדור ודור,
לדור vador נגיד כל לך.
ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך,
קדושתך
נקדיש, ושמך אלוהינו, מפינו לא יבוש, לעולם, לעולם באל.
ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. ישמחו על מלכותך שומרי שבת וכל היהודים נדרש בי כולם בשוב וזמות טובה חמסים ושרצית לקדוש לדעת מימוס ודחלת זכר למעשה ולשיר אלוהינו ויהודנו ומקד שלום ומצוותיך ודנך יגלם אותך וזמנו את זה שבר רצון אלוהינו למך בישראל דלתם באבא תקווה אל בית רצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך אל כל כל עינינו ודחסי עינינו משוך לציון ברחמים רוחת אדוני משכנת ציון ואם אנחנו לך שתעבוד אדוני אלוהינו ולא יעבודנו במועדנו למה צורך חיינו וגנשנו אותו נודה לך ונזברתי לתך וחיינו ונמסרים נגדך ונשנות טוב גילון כולנו רחמים כאילו חזך מלם גבינו לך שלום רב בוא נאכל את העיניים
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי בהגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי בגואלי. We are at the bottom of page 260.
עושה שלום במרומו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומו,
שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל,
ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה
Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Israel. Now, yes, after finalizing Tfilat Amidah and asking for peace, we turn our Sidurim to page 362. We are going to open the Ark. And I invite you to rise as we open the Ark in order to start our Torah service.
Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai ve'en kamasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai oseh moitein Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah U'dvar Adonai miYerushalayim Baruch shenatan Torah Torah Baruch shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael b'kdushato Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadol Adonai iti U'neromeva Shemo Rada Lecha Adonai HaGedolah והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד כי חול בשמיים ובארץ שבת שלום 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 how are you? It's good to see you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome. Rosa. Let's do an A.
Shabbat Shalom. Great to meet you. I'm Beth. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbos. You may be seated. Good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Mark, you know, last night, I raised, I lift my eyes to the mountains, and I was wondering what that portion was, and I'm thankful you're here today. It's good to see you, my friend. Parashat Ki Tisa. Any idea what are the main topics in this Torah portion? Okay, that's an important topic.
Taking of a census.
The census. So, forget it. With yesterday's, okay, forget it, and let's talk about something else now. So, Jewelry. Okay, yeah, that's also one of the topics. You say census, right?
And shekel, giving a shekel.
Give it shekel, chetzi shekel, machatzita shekel. Actually, it's half of a shekel, right? Half of a shekel. And why are they doing that? Why it's just half of a shekel? And why are they taking a census by taking money from people?
Because if you don't
What's
count,
happening?
you don't count.
If you don't give, you okay. Okay, that's an important.
This is to being Jewish.
Is your tax to be? It's like the membership to a temple. Well, you know.
It's the country club cost, the cheapest country club.
Okay.
Half a shekel.
So these are really good ideas. I don't think that was the original intention, but thought that it's a parshanut mechadesh. It's a very new and renovating interpretation. The reality is that Halakha teaches us that we are not supposed to count Jews. So we couldn't do like, well, no, you are not supposed to do that. But we were able to count half of a shekel. So we asked people to bring a contribution. Each person was supposed to bring the same contribution, and then we were able to count the shekalim, the half of shekels that were given to us. Now we got like a little treasure. We have some money to invest. And what do the Israelites do with that? They invest their money and their efforts in the wrong thing. Are you familiar with this idea of investing energies and efforts in the wrong places? Well, okay. So I want to. Now, the interesting thing about the golden calf is that the Israelites were very invested, in the process of redemption from oppression. They knew that they were about to get the Torah. They knew that something important was about to happen. They knew that if they would continue just a bit more, they would get to the right place. They were in their way to the promised land, and they couldn't help themselves. We couldn't help ourselves. And have you heard about self-sabotage? Sabotaging yourself. When you have an important goal, and then you become your worst enemy. And then you're in the way to the promised land, and then you sabotage your way to the promised land, and you end up not making it. That's the story of the golden calf. The story of the golden calf is self-sabotage. It's going back to old patterns when you are suffering of anxiety and you don't know what to do with yourself, and you don't have the patience to embrace the process, and sabotaging yourself. Now, when we read this story and we think about the Israelites making an idol in the middle of the desert, well, that's a story. But this story of sabotaging ourselves, of having goals and quitting in the middle of the process, and investing our energies and our resources in the wrong places, I think it's one of the stories of our lives. All of us at some point struggle with these situations. And I think that this story is a very good invitation for us to think about the journey that you are right now. You know, we have many journeys in our lives. It's not just a one-time journey. It's not a one-time opportunity. That if you sabotage yourself one time, so you will never make it to the promised land. That's not the idea. But the idea is to understand and to think about our journeys as possibilities and our resources as opportunities, and to understand that we sometimes tend
to sabotage ourselves, that we sometimes tend to go back to very old patterns that leave us and keep us forever in the desert and prevent us from making it to the promised land. So wherever you are in your life, in your journey, I invite you to think what is the right place to invest your energies, your shekalim, and to move forward to your promised land. Good Shabbos. We are going to start reading Parashat Ki Tisa. And you are taking care of this.
Yamdu, Ephraim ben Shlomo, Miriam bat Zavaruth, Sosha bat ben Zion, Golda, Feivel ben Shlomo, Derry Gruber, Karen Guth, Sophia Zuckerman, and Felix Levitz. And Nitza Hennig will be chanting Torah.
632.
Yes, page 632. Thank you.
Baruch Adonai Havarach. Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah. Amen.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, כי תישא את ראש בני ישראל לפקודיהם, ונתנו איש כופר נפשו לאדוני בפקודותם, ולא יהיה בהם נגף בפקודותם. זה ייתנו כל העובר על הפקודים, מחצית השקל בשקל הקודש, 20 גרה, השקל מחצית השקל, תרומה לאדוני.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. Amen.
Yom Tu, Pesach Shmuel ben Daniel Edley, Shoshana bat Daniel Edley, Rabbi Tobias Divak, and Shoshana Moss. And Rabbi Tobias will be chanting Torah. We're in the, still on page 632, the second column, fifth line down.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. Kol ha'over al ha'pikudim michatzit hashak. I think I started in the wrong place. Okay. Kol haver al ha'pikudim mi ben 20 shana v'mala yiten trumat Adonai he'ashir lo yarbe ve'hadal lo yamid mimachatzit hashakel latet et trumat Adonai lechaper al nafshotechem ve'lekachta et kesef ha'kipurim me'et b'nei Yisrael v'natata oto al avodat ohel moed v'haya livnei Yisrael zikaron livnei Adonai lechaper al nafshotechem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Yam Tu, Ben Sion, Ben Baruch, V'Tzipporah, V'Azriel, Ben Sion, V'Shoshana, V'Leah, Bat Moshe, V'Leah, V'Micha, Ben Azriel, Ben Sion, V'Leah, Bat Moshe, Platsker family. And Miriam will be doing the chanting.
Baruch et Adonai Havarach, Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, ve'asita ki or nechoshet, ve'chano nechoshet lerachsa, ve'natata oto, ben ohel moed uven hamizbeach, ve'natata shama mayim, ve'rachatsu aharon uvanahav mimenu, al yedehem ve'et yedehem ve'et raglehem, bevo'am el ohel moed, yirchatzu mayim velo yamutu, o v'gishtam el hamizbeach l'sharet, v'lhaktir isha l'Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Yam Tu, Israel ben Shepsel v'Devorah, Shana bat Abraham, Shana Foley, and Jared Cohn, proud parents.
No? No.
And we're on page
Next Parshas
633.
Vayikra.
662.
Sorry, thank you.
I believe so.
That's right, you're right.
I gotta look.
662. And we're at the bottom of the first column, last line, middle of the last line.
Almost.
Thank you.
Yeah, somewhere.
My collar's up here.
That's right. Yeah, that's the next Parsha. It's coming.
Momento, rega.
There it is.
There it is, that is.
We found it.
You found the machtir?
Yes.
So get closer. We are not scared from the crying kids. So that's fine. Don't worry. Are you ready? So why are you here?
To give Sophie a name.
Give Sophie a name.
And to watch YouTube.
And Julian, you know that many people find comfort in the words of Torah. You know, you want to see the Torah? You don't want to? You know, it's a really nice book. Okay, so go.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bakar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato, Baruch ata Adonai, noten ha'torah.
Amen. ויכל משה מדבר איתם, וייתן על פניו מזבח. ובוא משה לפני אדוני לדבר איתו, ויסיר את המזבח על צאתו, ויצא תדבר אל בני ישראל, אין אשר יצווה. וראו בני ישראל את פני משה, כי קרן אור פני משה, והשיב משה את המזבח על פניו, עד בואו לדבר איתו.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'torah.
Amen. So, you may be seated. You may be seated. Where are you? You know. You stay with me. Okay. There, we said, and you can stay also. You all can stay here. Where's your mom? You can come too. So every person born into this world represents something new, something that never existed before, something original and unique. It is up to us, especially to her parents, to recognize that this new person is unique in the world, a singular character and personality, and that there has never been anyone like this child before. For it had been, there would have been no need for this new life to be in the world. These are the words of Martin Buber. Trying to, he's really having a tough time. So, you want to see with him? No, it's okay. It's okay. So, we are going to introduce Sophie into the breed of Abraham Avinu and Sarah Imenu, into the covenant of our forefathers. And Mom and Dad, get closer to the microphone so everybody hear that you are actually making a commitment. And I will say in Hebrew, and then you will say in English if you want. Are you ready? Can you read in Hebrew? Okay. Repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Asher kitshanu.
Asher kitshanu.
B'mitzvotav.
B'mitzvotav.
Betzivanu.
Betzivanu.
Le'achnisa.
Le'achnisa.
Bebrito.
Bebrito.
Shel Abraham Avinu.
Shel Abraham Avinu.
Vesara.
Vesara.
Imenu.
Imenu. Blessed by the presence whose sanctity fills our lives, we bring our daughter into the covenant of Abraham, our father, and Sarah, our mother.
And now you will respond, Amen. And now you are saying, Amen, שנכנסה לברית, כן תיכנס לתורה, לחופה ולמעשים טובים. Amen. As she entered into the covenant, repeat after me. As she entered into the covenant, thank you, Rabbi Tobias. You are very active. So may she enter into the study of Torah, into marriage canopy, and into acts of kindness. And then I say, may the one who bless our mothers, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Belea, Miriam, and Deborah, the prophetesses, Abigail and Esther, the queen, bless this lovely child and let her be known as
Fradel.
Fradel. Sophia with Tzadik, the daughter of Shaina
Israel.
and Israel, in Masal Tov and in a blessed hour. May she grow up in health and peace. May the source of all creation give her parents the joy of seeing her happily partnered to mother of children and full of honor and joy in her old age. And let us say,
Amen.
and now you want to explain and introduce her to the community and say a few words about her and her name.
I won't read all this, don't worry.
I'm not worried.
Too many notes.
They are worried.
They're here anyway. We thank God for blessing us with a healthy, beautiful child. We pray that her life is filled with health and joy, and that she finds strength in knowing how much she is loved and by so many people. We wish for her a life of family, community, education, and mitzvot, and promise that we will always be there for her. We love and respect you now and forever. May she have kindness and respect for friends and strangers, for those similar to her and different. May you be generous, able to give and receive. May you understand that the journey of life is important as each step along the way. Today we give you the name Friedel, depending on whether it comes from German or Yiddish, and no one's really sure. It either means peace or joyfulness. Friedel is the name of Sophie's great-grandmother, a woman who certainly embodied peace and joyfulness, who did what was right and best for her family and friends, even when it wasn't the easiest thing to do, and was never afraid to tell people how much she loved them. And we hope all of those traits are continued in you. And mostly, I hope that you are independent, which means none of those things if that's what you want. Whatever. And then, I don't know if you want to try?
Well, my son said what really needed to be said and made me cry, so thank you, Jared. But we all come here by a long path. The Dohertys, Hawkinsons, Hartmans, Foleys, Cohens, Barkins, Needles, and Silvermans. Those are the families that brought all of us here today. And by a set of circumstances from these people coming from all over the country and some out of the country to end up all settling in California, and Jared and Shanna meeting in a place none of us ever lived, up in San Francisco. And now they're down here with their two beautiful children. Everything Jared just said for Sophie, of course, we all wish. I hope Sophie obeys a lot of the rules in life and breaks even more, that she finds her own way and makes her own path. And I mean this in the nicest way. She can pray to God if she chooses, but she should always believe in her family, because we will always be there for her, and we have her back. Thank you.
We're going to take one moment. I need 4 volunteers. Maybe all the grandparents can help. Take 4 corners. You can take 2. You can take 2. It's a very big talit. The chuppah is the representation of the house, the home that we try to build with our hopes and dreams, and the people that sustain our homes with us. It's not just us alone, but we are surrounded by people that love us and are there to support us. And we also wish Friedel, Sophia, to be embraced and loved and surrounded and supported by the tradition of the people of Israel. So when do you was next to share? So we say, ישימך אלוהים כשרה, רבקה, רחל, בלאה. יברכך אדוני באיש מרך. May God bless you and protect you. יישא אדוני פניו אלייך ויחונך. May God's light shine upon you and may God be gracious to you. יאר אדוני פניו אלייך וישים לך שלום. May God's presence be within you always and may God bless your entire family with peace and love. And we say, שהחיינו והקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם. שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם. שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. מזל טוב, מזל טוב. יישר כוח, congratulations. ברכה for those that came up to the Torah. We take one more moment to acknowledge all those that came up to the Torah in honor of the Torah, Shabbat, and our wonderful congregation.
משברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, יברך את כל הקרואים אשר עלו היום לכבוד המקום, לכבוד התורה ולכבוד השבת. הקדוש ברוך הוא יברך אותם ואת משפחותיכם וישלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשה ידיהם עם כל ישראל אליכם ונאמר
Amen.
Amen. May He bless our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless all those who have come for an aliyah with reverence for God and respect for the Torah and Shabbat. May the Holy One bless them and their families and prosper all their deeds together with all our fellow Jews everywhere. And let us say, Amen.
Now we will take one more moment as the Torah is open to acknowledge there are people that are dealing with illness. There are people that are dealing with illness in their bodies, in their souls, that are dealing with addictions. If you have a name that you'd like to share in this morning of Shabbat, please do so as I point in your direction. On page 371, Misheberach.
שלמה והחלמה מהירה, a complete and a fast recovery. Please rise for Agba Angle Lila. We're on page 374.
אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל אבי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה.
Maybe see there. Thank you. What? What? Who say yay? Yay! We kept the Torah. We did it. So she knew our Pirkei Avot. So just introduction, very short introduction. TBT, we do a triennial reading of the Haftarah. This is a pilot. We are just trying this for the first year, and we are gradually reading Pirkei Avot. So we are on chapter
2, end of chapter 2.
Do you have a copy for me? I'd love to.
Shabbat Shalom. So the first word, who, he. Who is this he? Who is this who? Me, who? Anybody remember from last week who was talking about, and what did he say? That was this week. Okay, so Rabbi Tarfon was saying life is short, there's so much to do, God is so demanding, this is all impossible. That's where we left off last week. Okay, so now what else did he say? He used to say, it is not your responsibility to finish the work, but neither are you free to desist from it. Okay, so yes, the task is tremendous, but that's okay. Don't be intimidated. You don't have to commit to finishing it. Everybody else is in the world also, but neither can you say, I'm going to leave it for them to do. If you have learned much Torah, your reward will be much, and the master of your work is trustworthy to pay you the wage for your activity. What kind of reward are we talking about here, do you think? What is the reward for doing God's work in the world? Okay, that's one idea. A place in Olam Haba. Any other ideas? What's the reward for Torah study? Is it learning Torah? And why? Why should we learn Torah? Okay. All right, so here are two interesting ideas. Okay, one was because it's a guide to life, and the other is because it's what God wants of us, which is not necessarily different. God wants to give us the way to lead life. Okay, so that leads, I purposely stopped before the last sentence. So the last sentence, interestingly enough, so it says, V'ta maten sichran shel tzadikim la'atid lavo. So know in the giving of the wages of the righteous, and then it was interesting to me that it doesn't say ha'olam haba, It says le'atid lavo. Now, so in the future to come. Now, some may say, well, those are the same thing. The world to come, the future that comes, that's just, they meant the same thing. But they didn't say ha'olam haba. So is there another future maybe that is the reward for the righteous besides the world to come? Mitch?
The future to come will be the future generations being able to improve and make the world a little better.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't think about that, but yeah, if you have future generations of the living.
Pitch for the legacy circle.
I was just thinking our future. We study Torah, we live righteously, and we get the wages, and we're obviously not talking about monetary wages, although that could be part of it. We get the ability to connect with God, to put our lives in the perspective of knowing that what we are doing is for a higher purpose. I agree with you, too, for future generations. That's certainly an important reward. Yeah.
Is the context, so much things that's in the context of Torah, I look at it in the context of being able to recognize that while you think you have so much to do in your life, and you're never going to get it all done, and you're going to think you have regrets at the end of your life, if you really work and enjoy life, both in its secular and in its spiritual context, then if you do that, then the reward will be great, both in the secular context, whether the economics or whatever, because you've worked hard, but also in the context that you've traveled the road as hard as it may have been, but you gave it your best. And if you give it your best, the reward will be both, as you say, in your life and seeing your life as full, and in the future generations who have you as a model to look at, both, I think, in the spiritual and in the physical.
Okay, so the expectation here is effort. It's not you don't have to complete it, but you do have to put effort toward doing it. You can't just leave it for other people. Just a personal note, God willing, I'm headed back for my third trip to Ethiopia next week. I know I can't solve their problem, but I can do something when I'm there and when I come back. So, maybe with your help. So I look at it in that perspective. What can I do? Okay, let's go on. Akiva, the rabbinic language here, okay, Akavia's name is, Akiva ben Mahalalel says, keep your eye on three things. Histekel b'shlosha devarim, and you will not come to sin. Know from where you came and to where you're going, and before whom you are destined to give an account and a reckoning. Now, why are these three things important, do you think? Why should we know where we came from? And where do we come from? Our parents? Our ancestors?
Way back generations. You do your genealogy study. You get a history of your particular family before you came. Hopefully, I assume this from the context of the source of God's gift of creation.
Okay, I would like to think, our family also, but our tradition, going all the way back. This is who we are, where we come from.
We're linking to the previous chapter, as Mitch alluded to, that last sentence. If we're linking the generations, then we stand on the shoulders of the ones who came before us, and it ties these two chapters together.
Okay, and where do we come from? A putrid drop. A drop of, I think the reference is to a drop of semen, okay? And to where are we going? To a place of dust, worms, and maggots? Into the earth, yes? Jane? Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, and before whom we're destined to give an account and a reckoning, before the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He. So my question to you is, what is the relationship between coming from a drop of whatever that is, putrid drop, and the fact that we're going to have to give a reckoning before a Kadosh Baruch Hu? Don't be too humble. Don't be too humble. Okay, so do you all know the Hasidic story that we should carry in our pockets? 2 slips of paper, one saying for, I am nothing but a putrid drop, and another one saying, for my sake was the world is created. And when we feel arrogant, we pull out the putrid drop and read it. And when we feel depressed and worthless, we take out the fact that we're going to have to go before God and account for ourselves. And why would that be? Because go ahead. Why do you think? Elaine?
It depends upon how we live our lives. In other words, we have an accountability.
And why? Why does it matter how we live our lives?
Because it's what we leave behind. Our message to whether we have children or not, but for me, who has children and grandchildren, it is important to leave a legacy to them of what life is all about.
This frame, you set us up that we could have framed the story differently, that where did we come from great generations, but instead it's a very democratizing, leveling of the playing field. There's not some people came from a kingly line, or some people came from a priestly line, and are going to be remembered in that way, but we all come from this base beginning, and still, nonetheless, we all get judged in the same arena.
Maybe we came from Adam and Eve. The source.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Please rise as we open the ark to return the Torahs to the ark. Etz Chaimi, Lamach Hasidim Ba, V'Tomecha Me'oshar Derachecha L'Arkei Noach B'chol Netivoteiha Shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashova Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Return us to you, Adonai, and we will return. Bless us with the opportunity to renew our days, to renew our opportunities. On page 586, Aleinu Leshabeach.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת קדושה ליוצר ראשי, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל העולם. ואנחנו גורים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. Be careful, Leila. One more. At this point of our service, we take a moment to acknowledge mourners among our community. If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise
and remind us who you are remembering. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. If you are during the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise. If you have a yahrzeit this week, please rise and remind us who you are remembering.
Milton Schaefer, my wife's father. Tina May Cohen.
Now you can support our fellows by standing or sitting, joining us with your voices and your hearts on page 598 for Mourners Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי בימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב באמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך, משתבח, בתפאר, בתרומם, בהתנשא, בהתהדר, בהתעלה, בהתעלל, שמי דקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמה ואמרו, יש למה רבה מן שמיה, בחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the memories of your dear ones be a living blessing in your life. זיכרונם לברכה, you may be seated. So tonight is the night, Miriam. Tonight we are going to celebrate Miriam's professional journey. You know, I was thinking about our conversation yesterday night, the very private conversation that we had at the end of the service, and
It was private.
and I want to make sure that we call this the celebration of your journey, because I don't want you to retire a week earlier. And we have lots of things to do together the next 3 months, Miriam. So the celebration of your professional journey tonight, we are more than delighted. We started to see guests that are coming from all over to acknowledge Miriam and her path and her journey and the impact, the incredible impact that she had in their lives. It's a privilege to have such a personality and character in our community, and it's great as a community to come together to celebrate the light that she has spread over us for almost 30 years. So, and we also want to acknowledge Rabbi Moss, who is finishing his visit in our congregation. Thank you for spending this time with us. It was a pleasure to get to know you, and we will keep talking. We'll keep talking. And his sister, who came all the way from West Los Angeles. I don't know how you made it. So, Rosie, that's how we, Rosie, and her name Shoshana, right? Good, so welcome. It's nice to see you. Am I forgetting anything? No. So, we are going to conclude our service on page 625 with Adon Olam in C. With Adon Olam in C, and that one. And here we have the custom standing and connecting with each other. Adon Olam Hashem Alach B'terem kol yetzir nira le'nasa v'chesodot asay v'elech shemo nikra asay v'elech shemo nikra
ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. May God bless all of us with peace. Shabbat Shalom. Lai 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 Calm down. Okay, next time we, you know what?